Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Richard Lewis Brown. Today is July 16th, 2021. Excited to be here. Thank God it's Friday. We've made it through the week. It's been a wild week here at Local 1000, but I'm glad to be here. So this morning's video may be a little long. I got a lot of information to give out, important information. First, let me say this to Lassen County CCC. We must keep you open. I've not forgotten about you. I'm still working behind the scenes, still trying to meet the governor to have a one-on-one conversation. I'm also meeting with some other people. We have not forgotten you here at Local 1000. We're going to still try to set aside $2 million to help you with your food, your housing, your child care. And we're going to try to fight to keep those jobs, because we know how important that is to the county, Lassen County. We realize closing CCC will destroy that community, and we're not going to let that happen. We've reached out to the bunk chairs. I'll be appointing some impacted representative employees who are going through this closure, this scheduled closure. And even though they're trying to close that prison yard, facility A, within a few days, we've put in a letter, cease and desist, because they're not doing that correctly. They haven't conferred with us, and there's no reason to close this prison. Let me repeat this to you again, Lassen County. Local 1000 is with you. Richard Lewis Brown is with you. We're fighting for you, and hopefully we'll be able to do some type of demonstration in the upcoming days. Okay, I wanted to make sure I said that the very first thing, because that's my number one priority, protecting your jobs while under a signed contract as your labor leader, Local 1000. There's a lot of things going on, but Lassen County, you are my number one priority. Until you're satisfied, until you know that your union has your back, I'm going to keep fighting. All right. Speaking of fighting, in our great country, the way we fight professionally, other than peaceful demonstrations, without destroying property, without causing violence, is we vote. And as you know, Local 1000 right now is in the middle. Today's July 16th. We're in the middle of an election, a redo election for the VP of bargaining. And a lot of people have called and asked me, Richard, who do you think we should vote for? And, I've said different people. But today on video, I'm going to tell you who I'm voting for. This is live. I'm going to tell you who I'm voting for. If you would want to follow suit with me, that's great. If you've already voted, fantastic. If you feel you voted for the wrong person, today, July 16th by 5 p.m. is the last day you can call our MRC and ask for a replacement ballot. Today, July 16th. Call us at 866-471-7348. If you've already voted or you haven't received your ballot, call today at 866-471-7348. The request must be made to our MRC, Member Resource Center, by 5 p.m. If you're having a hard time, if those lines are busy, leave a message. They must call you back. If you feel they won't call you back, then you call me, you text me, and I'll make sure they receive that message by 5 p.m. If I have to go down there and help answer phone calls, I'll do that. This is very important. We want all dues-paying members of Local 1000 to vote. Now, you know how I feel. Everybody should be able to vote in this election, whether you pay money or not, but that's a side issue because we don't charge people to vote in our great country. We need people to vote in this redo election for VP of bargaining so we can have a complete statewide officer group, not just the president, not just the secretary, treasurer, not just the president, the VP of organizing representation. We also need our VP for bargaining. It's very important. Please vote. Please vote. The deadline to vote is by August 2nd. Now, you cannot walk your ballots in up there in Roseville. You must mail your ballots through the United States Post Office. I'm going to repeat this. The deadline to vote is August 2nd. Your ballots must be received by United States Post Office by 5 p.m. August 2nd. Let me say it for you again. You cannot walk your ballots in. There should be a sign up inside that lobby telling you you cannot do that. You cannot do that. You must mail your ballots in. If you want to bring them to the union, and I'll mail them for you on video through the United States Post Office, it's a union operation at the United States Post Office, this is what you must do. There's no other way around this. Let me say it for you again. August 2nd, by 5 p.m., all ballots must be returned by the United States Post Office to this address at 1100 Melody Lane, Roseville, California, 95678. I'm going to say it again. August 2nd, not the 3rd, not the 4th. August 2nd by 5 p.m. through the United States Post Office. You cannot walk those ballots in. Okay. Hopefully I've stressed that enough. And today is the last day you can ask for a replacement ballot. If you felt you voted for the wrong person, today is the last day you can ask for a new ballot. July 16th by 5 p.m. You got to call the MRC 866-471-7348. I'm going to say it again. Today is the last day you can ask for a replacement ballot. Or if you didn't get a ballot, or if you felt you voted for the wrong person, today is the last day. 5 p.m. Call the MRC. 866-471-7348. Do not call me after 5 saying something happened. I'm telling you ahead of time, early this morning on July 16th, 2021. I'm going to keep repeating myself until you get it down. Okay. Now, I received the ballot and the booklet in the mail. Okay? Here it is. So, you have to fill it out in black, whoever you select. There's only one side. It's not a back side. It's only one side. Okay? We have a few people running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people running. Quickly, I'm going to read it. The people who are running. The person who won the first time, Irene Green, has to run again. It's unfortunate that she won the election, that she has to do it all over again because 2 people in the prior election should not have been able to run. And if they had released the names of who was running back in January or February, we wouldn't have this problem today. And it was a costly mistake, a very costly mistake. All right, so here's Irene Green. I asked for your vote for VP for bargaining. Negotiating a good contract takes a team, vision, and experience. I've been involved in bargaining since 2013. I am currently the alternate vice chair of Bargaining Unit 1. Experience has shown good contracts are the combined result of the bargaining team and the power of our members. As VP of Bargaining, I will be committed to attaining increased contract protections for all state employees and continue engaging and mobilizing members to act in support of bargaining. Please cast your votes for me. And then she lists some names. Christina Kalagugan, Randy Stan, Yvonne Walker, leaders, and this is that was part of the slate she was with, leaders with vision and action. That was Irene Green. Okay. And she's first on the list. All right. The second person, Kevin Manager. So Kevin states this: members are the union. Okay? The true power at the bargaining table. Therefore, as VP of Bargaining, I will bargain for raises for all, first and foremost, not pitting classifications against each other. Okay. Give members a bigger role in the process beyond just town halls. Number 3, allow members into the bargaining gallery to witness firsthand what happens. Okay. Then he finishes by stating this: I've been fighting for our members since 2007 as a steward, D. Burr, Bunk alternate vice chair, and statewide secretary treasurer. I will fight for us at the bargaining table too, along with my running mates, Sophia Perkins, Annika Walls, and David Jimenez. Hashtag Unite Members for Change, www.unitelocal1000.com. And as you know, Annika Walls got reelected for Organizing and Representation as a VP, and David Jimenez elected for the first time as Secretary Treasurer. Okay, let's move on. I'm trying to go as quickly as possible. Robert Bays. Here's Robert's words. If current leadership were held to the same standard as the workers they represent, they would flunk probation. The state continues hammering us at the bargaining table while our union celebrates modest raises that fail to keep up with inflation. Clearly, we need a more skilled negotiator who won't back down. As a former California college debate champion and graduate of a top 10 nationally ranked business school where I led a multi-million-dollar investment fund to record performing returns, I bring experience the role deserves. Vote for me if you're tired of taking L's at the bargaining table. Hashtag Young DLC. Hashtag bring back the career workshops. That was Robert Bays. Okay. Now let's go to Kimberly Cowart. I'm going to make sure I say her name correctly. Kimberly Cowart. Experience is the greatest teacher that has prepared me for this moment. It is time for a VP of bargaining that has a vision for our union, skills in negotiation, and the ability to turn hope into reality. Okay. My strength and wisdom as an experienced bargaining unit chair was instrumental in enriching my team's ability to lead in critical times. I will represent our members' interests, create sustainable processes to assist bargaining teams and support everyone's growth. Together, we will implement organizing efforts necessary to win contract campaigns. Now is the right time, and I am the right choice. That's Kimberly Cowart. Finally, we have the last person, a Ramona Kramer. This is Ramona Kramer. I was raised by a single mom who was a nurse before unionization. So I know the benefits of membership to our families. I was the first lapse class. I was in the first lapse class, ran new employee orientations, and have worked on greater member bargaining activity participation during multiple bargaining cycles. As a steward and budget analyst, I will use my research, analytical, presentation, and organizing skills to support the bunk team and serve as a liaison with the executive committee. But I want to also be available to DLCs to provide assistance with members' bargaining activities and feedback during their bargaining cycle. These are the 5 people who are qualified, who are running to be our new VP of bargaining. Now, this is good. All 5 of these people are very, very good. That's just my personal opinion. So this is live video. This is the very first time that I have opened up the booklet, read through these candidates in front of everyone live. And so I have to make a decision live. See, this is a tough decision for me because I feel that Irene Green won and she should have been recognized as the VP of bargaining. It was not her responsibility. It was not her mistake. She didn't do anything wrong when 2 other people ran and they should not have been allowed to run. And that should have been caught by our elections committee. But I know they were working hard and sometimes mistakes happen. This was a costly mistake. I think it was either 360 or 460, 360,000 or 460,000 to redo this election. Very costly. And I know the vendors are working accurately and efficiently and effectively to make sure this process runs cleanly. But this was a costly mistake. Irene Green should be recognized as the VP of bargaining. Kevin Menninger has tons of experience. He's already been a statewide officer. He knows what he's talking about. Robert Bays is good. He's really good. And a lot of people feel strongly about Robert Bays. They feel like his personality, along with mine, we could work great together. Kimberly Colworth has experience as well. She's been the bunk chair for Unit 17 for a number of years. So all these people are good. And finally, Ramona Kramer. It appears that maybe she's the outsider. That's what it appears to me, my initial impression. So when you mark this ballot right here, you only mark it one time for one candidate. You don't mark 2 or 3 because they won't count your ballot. It'll come in, but it'll be counted as being, I believe, overmarked. So your vote won't count. So you mark one spot in dark black, maybe dark blue. You circle it. And it should tell you that here in the guide. Yeah, it does. Wow, they did it. Vote in the red oval, completely using a blue or black pen to the candidate of your choice. It's telling you how to do this. It's telling you clearly. You don't have to guess. Black or blue, not red, not green, not orange. Blue or black. Well, I got blue on, all right? And I got black on too. How's that? So it looks like I'm ready to make a vote. All right. So all these candidates are very, very good because we have great people in our union. And even though sometimes you see me, arguing with our leaders and blah, 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 we got the best people in the state of California, in my opinion. That's just my personal opinion. Local 1000 is the largest. We're the strongest. And we have the best people. And that's no disrespect to the other public sector unions and the great jobs that they do. Because we all know that essential worker pay, that's what we should be getting very soon. That's what we should be getting. But I don't want to get sidetracked. You know how I am. All right. So I have to make a decision about the voting. I can only vote for one person, can't vote for multiples. And when I vote, I'll pull this tab off. Listen to me on this on July 16th, 2021. Pull your tag off. This is the tab. I'm going to pull it off right now. Okay? And I'm going to keep it to show my proof. Okay? Now I'm going to photocopy everything I do. I'll put this back and I'll photocopy everything. And then when I send this off in its return ballot envelope, and I'll put my address on here, and I got to pull this tab off. I got to pull this top part off because this is another way to say that I voted. I'll pull this off and then I'll fold the seal down. Now, the vendor said they tried to fix the seal. So you can fold it down. You can lick it or whatever. Fold it down. If you have to put some tape on it, tape it. But remember, when you do this, you must sign this return envelope. You must sign this. Don't miss this. You must sign this so your ballot is counted. I'm going to say it again on July 16th, 2021. You'll pull this top part off on this envelope. You'll keep this along with your top stub. I don't know if other people have ever said this on video, but I'm telling you this because I don't want you to mess this up because I will be up there on August 2nd. August 2nd, they'll start opening up the ballots at the envelopes at 1 p.m. They'll use a machine and they'll open up the ballots. And then they'll have that's probably done really quickly. August 3rd probably won't happen. And then August 4th, they'll start counting at 9 p.m. Okay. But you got to pull this off. You got to make sure you sign your name. Because, oh, look, if you don't sign your name, your ballot won't count. And then you'll moisten this seal and you'll flap it down. Here, I'll just do it right now in front of you. Hold on. I'll sign my name. My name's Richard Lewis Brown, not just Richard Brown. People keep calling me Richard Brown, Richard L. Brown. No, I'm Richard Lewis Brown in my public life. So here, I'll sign it right now in front of you. There. You see it? I have my phone turned sideways, so it's weird. I'm looking into the camera. I'm trying to do this differently. People have been on me about, turn your phone sideways. Okay, whatever. So I'm trying to look right into this camera here. All right, so you see I signed it. All right. And then when I scan it, I want to scan the whole thing to show I did it correctly. And then I'll scan who I vote for along with the stub that I pulled off to keep for my record. Okay? I'll scan this whole thing to show my proof. But then I'll pull this off and keep it along with this part to show that I voted. That's my record. Okay. Oh, and so here, I'll put my return address on here too. So you'll see that I'm doing it correctly. Everybody knows where I live, so it doesn't matter. So I did that correctly. Okay. Now, who am I voting for? Now, I've read the booklet, and I told you that all 5 candidates are great candidates. We don't have bad candidates in Local 1000. I'm going to say it for you again. We have the best people, in my personal opinion. I'm biased. This is the union I belong to. All these candidates are strong candidates. They have integrity. They have the core values we need for Local 1000. However, I got to pick one. Can't pick all 5. So who am I picking? Even though I'm biased towards Irene, I know Kevin has the knowledge, and I love me, Robert. I don't know so much about Kimberly Colwart. This is what I'm going to do live on video. And you don't have to vote the way I vote, but this is what I'm going to do. Ramona Kramer. Ramona Kramer is who I'm voting for. How did she get me to vote for her? Her very first sentence. I was raised by a single mother. I'm done. That got me. She didn't talk about slates, but she said that she was raised by a single mother, and so was I. I'm my mother's only child. So I guess this was an emotional decision. It wasn't so thought out. I wasn't so analytical. It appears to me that Ramona Kramer is the outsider. And as you and I both know, I know about being on the outside. Just look how people talk to me. You know I'm the outsider for Local 1000. And that's why when people voted for me to put me in this great position, they voted for the outsider because the outsider is going to destroy that status quo. And so I have voted for Ramona Kramer. If you want to vote for one of the other candidates, you should do that. Because remember, regardless of who you voted for, as long as I know you voted, I'm thrilled. And I don't want to hear about no low voter turnout. And I don't want to I am reluctant to get moral lectures, and they know who they are, about why the voter turnout was low. Because if the voter turnout is low as they're claiming, then I didn't do my job. Today is the last day to ask for a replacement ballot by 5 p.m. Call that MRC, 866-471-7348. Ring that phone off the hook. I believe they come in about 7. If you want to send me text messages, 408-207-2339, do that. And I'm going to make sure that they call you back to ensure that you get your replacement ballot if you never received a ballot. Or if you made a mistake in your voting and you say, you know what, Richard read it, those bios online, on Facebook today. I think I want to vote for Irene. I think I want to vote for Robert. I think I want to vote for Kevin. You know what? I like Kim because she's in bargaining unit 17. Or maybe you say, you know what? Richard's the outsider. And so he says that Ramona Kramer, in his opinion, is the outsider. I want to vote for her. Whatever you may do, as long as you vote, that will make my day. Vote. Don't complain. Now, you see I voted. I'm going to put it in the envelope. Do me a favor, people. Don't staple the envelope. Don't staple the envelope. If you don't want to lick it because of the COVID situation, I got you. Tape it with some Scotch tape. Don't staple this envelope. Please, respectfully, I'm asking you this. They can't run it through the machine. Please don't staple the envelope. And you got to pull this tab off. That's a copy. That's your copy, along with your stub. Pull your stub off, people, please. This is another proof of how you voted, okay? And if you look at my stub, if you can see this, you see these numbers. And I cannot make this up. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. I believe if I add these numbers up, 1 plus 2 is 3, plus that 3 is 6, plus that 7 is 13. And now take that 13 and add it to 8. What do I get? 21. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. All right. So this is what I'm doing. I'll have my stub. Of course, I'm a photocopy, probably run a scan. And then I'm going to photocopy this whole thing. And I'll make sure I signed it on the back. And I'll pull this top part off. It has a little, it says here, detach your ballot return envelope along this preparation. So I'll pull this off. And then I'll put the envelope, the ballot, inside the envelope. And then I'll seal it down. If it doesn't seal very good, supposedly they corrected this. But if it doesn't, I'll get some Scotch tape and I'll tape it. I will not staple it. Okay? And then when you return this ballot, only mark 1. You cannot mark 2 or 3. Black or blue. I'm in the blue and the black. Mark it clearly. If you don't like any of these people and you don't want to vote for none of these people, then don't return the ballot. And you don't have to return the ballot cursing out Local 1000. In fact, whoever sends these ballots back, not marking anybody, and they're cursing us out, I'm going to get a copy of that. Because to me, that's harassment. You don't have to curse us. If you don't like none of these people, you don't like the union, but you still pay your dues to the union, which we love you because we need that money. But you don't have to curse us. You don't have to do that. You really don't. Okay. Today's the last day to ask for a replacement ballot. If you didn't get it or you voted for the wrong person, today's the last day. And I told you that I'm voting for Ramona Kramer, but it's up to you to make your own decision. And all these people are great people. I just told you when she said that she was raised by a single mother, that touched my heart. And I feels like when I look at all of this information on here, all these people have all this great experience. But Ramona Kramer, to me, she looks like the outsider. And that reminds me of myself, the outsider. So, but all of these people are great people. So you can't go wrong voting for anybody on here. And I know the elections committee, you're going to be watching this video too. And so I look forward to talking to the elections committee about making sure they have union leave for this time period, because that's the right thing to do, because it relates to our contract or our job representation. This person will help, the VP of bargaining will help those contract negotiations, along with the SBAC. So this is very important. So I look forward to talking with the elections committee and the protest committee. Now, here's the big deal with this protest. You heard me a few weeks ago say, if all 5 said, hey, this election should be thrown out, we should start all over again because we don't trust the process. I said, if all 5 of y'all come to me and agree on this, then that's what we would do. Now, Local 1000 and the vendors, they've reassured me that everything is good to go, that 55,901 ballots and their envelopes, they went out back on July 2nd. And we paid $22,000 and some dollars for that. And it was through a sorting company, a mailing company. And you'll see on here that when you mail this back, it says no postage necessary in the United States. It's telling you this. So you don't have to put a stamp on this. And it was sent out in a massive group, probably over a period of days. This is the envelope that it came in. So there should be no excuse to not do this, to not mail that ballot back in a timely fashion. And if you already sent your ballot in and you think you made a mistake, you voted for the wrong person, call the MRC today, no later than 5 p.m., 866-471-7348. Call today, no later than 5 p.m. If you think that you want to vote again, you voted for the wrong person, or if you didn't get your ballot. Now, I've said this how many times in this video? How many times? Not enough. I'll say it again. July 16th, 2021, today. If you didn't get your ballot, or you felt you voted for the wrong person, you want to vote for Kevin, you want to vote for Robert, you want to vote for Irene, Kimberly Colwart, you want to vote for Ramona Kramer, call and ask for a replacement ballot today, no later than 5 p.m. If you can't get through those lines, because they're busy working around the clock for us, text me 408-207-2339. Okay? Now, when they count these ballots on August 4th, because the deadline is August 2nd, 2021 by 5 p.m., and you cannot walk your ballots in there, don't give your ballot, your return ballot envelope by walking it down to Roseville. You cannot do that. You can't mail it by UPS or Federal Express. You will go through the United States Post Office. The United States Post Office. That is what you must do for this election, okay? The United States Post Office, they have a union. They'll start counting the ballots on August 4th. August 6th, they make the official announcement. Here at Local 1000, we'll make the official announcement. They start counting on August 4th. They open these ballots, these envelopes, return envelopes with their ballots, August 2nd at 1 p.m. But you still have time to send your ballot in no later than 5 p.m. on that same day, August 2nd, by the United States Post Office. No walk-ins. August 6th, they make the official results. We put it up on Local 1000 website. However, on August 6th, the protest period begins. So even though they may make the announcement that Robert Bays won the election, Robert did it. He won. However, the protest period begins. 7 days later, the protest period ends. All protests must be received by that date, August 13th, by 5 p.m. Attention, the SIU Local 1000 president, 1808 14th Street. So if there's any protests starting on August 6th and going up to the deadline by 5 p.m. on August 13th, it goes to the Local 1000 president. All right. And then the president will get with the protest committee, who I'm reaching out to now with the elections committee. Hopefully they'll reach out to me and we can have a conversation about their union leave so we can conduct this activity that's related to our leadership election. Then on August 20th, the protest committee findings completed and the parties notified. So if there's a protest starting August 6th and that protest period ends on August 13th, if there's a protest, the protest committee may say, redo the election. We don't know. We don't know. So we won't really know who our VP is until possibly August the 21st. Possibly August the 21st, we'll know who the VP of bargaining is. Now, if there is no protest, so if there is no protest, by August 13th, there's no protest, then we could probably announce it earlier. But the protest period begins August 6th, ends August 13th. And then the protest committee, and we'll make their names known. If there's a protest, they have to make a decision. And then we at Local 1000 will inform everyone. We'll inform the notified parties what happened. So I'm reading this to you. I know this has never been done before, because I want everyone to vote. And even though I voted for Ramona Kramer, because she was raised by a single mother like myself, and I feel like she's the real outsider. She's the one that's fighting the uphill battle. No one expects her to win. Her back is against the wall. No one thinks she can pull it off. That is why I can identify with her. And so if you want to vote for the other candidates who are just great candidates, then you should do that. But if someone says, well, Richard, who did you vote for? I've already told you I voted for Ramona Kramer. That's what I did. And I'll make sure I mail my return envelope with the ballot marked one time in black or blue. Okay? And I'm not cursing no one out. I'm not saying I hate the union. I'm not doing that. That's what I'm doing. And I'm pulling my stub off. You know, these numbers add up to 21. Like I said, I can't make this up. And I'll make sure I pull this off as well as a copy. And as you will see here, when you pull this off, this little top flap, you will see the numbers. And the last 378, match my tab that I pulled off for my record, 378. Okay. Now, and then you'll see your DLC right here. 788 is my DLC. So my DLC president is, oh gosh, Heather Kessler. So this is my DLC right here, 788. Okay. I've been going for a minute. I'm trying to be very thorough. And once we have our new VP of bargaining, then there's a possibility that later this year we will have the SBAC. And no, we don't have a planned date because we don't know how this is going to turn out. And personally, with the SBAC that we will do, I want it done in person, but for safety measures, we may not be able to. But I would prefer for SBAC to be done in person. And actually, I would prefer if I could meet the bunk chairs in person as well. But that's just me talking out loud. So, we can't give you all the exact answers yet because we want to complete this election. And first, we want to make sure that Lassen County, that those people are protected. So I know, we do things in a certain way, but that's how it's been done in the past. And to me, that's kind of like the status quo way of thinking. And with my election, things are going to be done much differently because we're going to create this whole new culture. And so all these things that people are used to getting, we're going to think about things much differently. And so, we're looking at how we run our operation here at Local 1000. So, again, I chose Ramona Kramer because I think she's the outsider. And she had, in her first line, I was raised by a single mother. Now, there are people who were raised by single mothers in our country, but that touches my heart. It may not touch your heart. And you may think that she's not the most qualified. The other people are more qualified than her. But I chose Ramona Kramer. The most important thing I would say to anyone, please vote. If you didn't get your ballot, you need to call today, 866-471-7348. Today is it. Today is it. Today is it. By 5 p.m., call the MRC. If you didn't get your ballot or you think you voted for the wrong person, ask for a new ballot, a replacement ballot. Today is it. Today is it by 5 p.m. Okay? I keep saying this over and over and over again. I may have to do another video later and say the same thing over again and much sooner than 5 p.m. But I wanted to do this because people have been asking me. So I thought about this. And this is what I've been, I thought about, I knew the names of the people who were running. But I wanted to read it out loud in front of everyone. I wanted to do that to see what am I feeling right now. And this is what I'm feeling right now early in the morning on July 16th. But my number one priority outside of this is Lassen County. And I keep telling people this. These people are losing their jobs through no fault of their own. And this is going to destroy that community. And that's why this situation with Lassen County is so much different than the other prisons that are closing. And I'm not for no one of any state employee. about any of our public sector unions losing their job while under a signed contract. I'm not for that at all. Okay? None of these prisons should be closing. If you want to have social justice, great. That's fantastic. But don't create a social nightmare by jeopardizing people's lives. And people think, well, they can be put on the SROA list. Really? Would you want to be put on that list and be looking for work? Would you? Would you want to put your family through all that? Would you want to uproot your family and move somewhere else and start all over again? So it's so easy for people to talk about, well, that's, don't worry about this. Don't worry about that. But put yourself in those people's shoes in Lassen County. Show some empathy and sympathy. Okay. I've been going for a minute, so I'm going to shut this down. It's been a true pleasure to talk to you today on July 16th, 2021. Today was about Lassen County, fighting for those people. We're going to do another meeting, another emergency board meeting to set money aside for them. And this is about voting for VP of bargaining, this redo election that should not have happened. This is very important that you vote. Very important that you vote. Vote your heart. Vote for one person. Do it in black and blue. Pull off your little stub. Keep that. Pull off your tab. Keep that. Seal it. Don't staple it. Tape it if you have to with some Scotch tape. Or if you have to glue it, so be it. Don't curse us. If you don't want to vote for nobody, don't send the ballot back. You don't have to send an empty ballot back by cursing and yelling at us. That's not professional. And you don't hear me say professional very often. Please vote. Please vote. Today's the last day to ask for your replacement ballot. Call 866-471-7348 by 5 p.m. If you can't get through, text me. 408-207-2339. I'll make sure the MRC calls you back today. Okay. Today was July 16th, 2021. I'm Richard Lewis Brown. Thank you for your time. Have a great day and have a great weekend. And I'll be seeing some people this weekend because I'm not taking any day off. All right. Have a great day. Bye-bye.